The singer of our pilgrim songs has left home. He's on his way. The most famous of the pilgrim songs has him on a journey, travelling. But the journey that he's embarked on isn't going to be as simple and straightforward as we would imagine, or as he might like. There are potholes along the way, there are things that will trip him up, there are difficult things that he's going to have to deal with. The Larry Grew is one of the most spectacular places in Scotland to walk. An exhilarating place on a gloriously sunny day to walk through the Scottish wilderness, the quiet place, enjoying the hills, enjoying the scenery and perhaps even some wildlife. But anyone who knows anything about the Cairngorms knows that the Larry Grew can also be a very dangerous place. That if you're caught there unprepared or the weather changes suddenly, it can be a place which threatens life and limb. And indeed people have died in the Larry Grew. Our pilgrim comes up against some hills. Now, whether these are small rolling hills like the Pentlands outside my study window, or whether these are hills like the Cairngorms and the Larry Grew, doesn't matter, because he feels small. These are dangerous places. They may also be places where thieves and robbers hide, waiting for the unsuspecting walker travelling through the hills. And so they're a dangerous place, and he feels afraid, and he's looking for help, and he has enough sense to know that the hills themselves can't help him, and the nous to pray and ask God to help, and God listens to his prayer. But then he makes the most amazing discovery, that the God who has listened to him in the Larry Grew moment of his life is also with him in all the other moments of his life too, when he leaves home, when he gets back, in the days which are quieter, in the perhaps water of Leith kind of moments, if you can call them that, the gentle strolls, the times when life is more straightforward and even easy, that God is with him in these moments too. And wherever he goes, every step of the way, God is there. We sometimes imagine that because we believe in God, that life is going to be easy and straightforward all of the time. That somehow we have a certificate that says we are immune from the difficult things of life. And then when we break our leg, it comes as a bit of a shock. Or we make a mistake, or we argue with our spouse or a close friend, or someone we know becomes ill, or we become ill ourselves. These things are not supposed to happen, we think, with God in our lives. But here's the thing. We breathe the same air as everybody else. We shop in the same shops, and we pay the same prices for our shopping and our petrol. We become anxious about the same things as other people become anxious about. And we find life difficult in the same ways as everybody else does. The difference is that we have a sense of God being with us, to help us, and to walk with us every step of the way. And that's the amazing discovery that we make. That time and time again we discover that God is with us. That he is with us and in the hard times of our lives. When we're frightened and afraid and anxious. When we're hurting. And he knows that we hurt, and he understands what makes us hurt, and he understands what makes us anxious. And we gloriously discover, that in this magnificent, exhilarating, challenging thing that we call life, that God is with us every step of the way.